Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us tonight for the Kent Student Center and Involvement Awards Banquet. First, let me introduce myself. My name is Macy McClure, and this event is being put on by SAC, or the Student Advisory Council. The Student Advisory Council is a student organization that is run within the Kent Student Center, and any KSC&I student worker can join. We would like to let you know that if you as a student have any questions, concerns, or recommendations to bring us to any of the SAC members, and we would be more than happy to listen to you, because that's what we are here for, you as student workers. We will start tonight off by introducing each one of the SAC members, and I'll go first. Again, my name is Macy McClure. I have a major in psychology and a minor in event planning. I am a senior here at Kent State. I work in the university events and conference services area, and after graduation, I hope to attend the graduate program for hospitality, event management here at Kent State. I'll now let everyone else introduce themselves.
Hello everyone, my name is Tyler Dosey. I am an accounting and finance student here at Kent. I'm in my senior year. I've got one more semester to go. I'm currently an accounting intern under Carrie Engel in the events office, and my future plans are to graduate and probably start off in the accounting field and then work into being a financial advisor and making serious bank. Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Jenny Kennard. I am a junior. My major is hospitality management, and I have minors in business and tourism management. I work in the Center for Student Involvement. I work at the front desk as well as FAB. And then after graduation next spring, I hope to either become an event planner or a wedding planner.
Hello, my name is Tessa. My major is nursing. I'm going to graduate with a BSN this May. I work at the KSC at the Info Center, and my plans for after graduation is I'm going to work at UH hospitals down in Cleveland on mom and baby unit. Thank you.
Hi guys, my name's Olivia Heaton. I'm a senior accounting major. I work in the facility operations career department and also productions. And after I graduate next fall, I hope to get my CMA and my MBA.
And then I will go ahead and introduce Jake Ball. Jake is also a senior here at the Student Center. He works in facility ops and production. He is currently the guy behind the scenes running everything, helping us to put this along smoothly. So that's what he's doing. So I wanted to make sure that he got introduced. And I also want to make sure that Libby Noland also gets introduced. She was unfortunately not able to be here with us tonight, but I didn't want her to get left out of the introductions. Here's a message from the Vice President of Student Affairs, Lamar Hilton.
Hey everybody, it's great to be here with you today and to play a small role in celebrating all of the accomplishments of the Kent Student Center during this virtual banquet. I want to take a moment to express my sincere gratitude for all of the work everyone has done and continues to do each and every day with a smile on their face despite the circumstances. I genuinely appreciate the work that you have done, particularly throughout this pandemic. I specifically want to recognize our student staff in the Student Center, or as I like to refer to them, the blue shirts. You have gone above and beyond in making the Kent Student Center a welcoming and engaging spot filled with positivity for our campus community. This past academic year has been a challenging one, yet you all have persevered through and made the Kent Student Center a ray of sunshine through it all. And for that, I am so proud and thankful for every one of your efforts. And those accomplishments have been nothing short of incredible, whether it be assisting with the mass COVID testing in the ballroom during the fall semester or facilitating student courses that were moved to the Student Center. Your willingness to help in any way possible with open arms makes me incredibly proud of this department. I'm also impressed by the teamwork put forth by everyone to effectively socially distance everything in the building, still giving our students and our university community a place to call home. And I'm also pleased that despite the pandemic, we still allowed our students to work. As you know, we are currently making plans for the fall semester, and I know that a lot of work goes into those arrangements as decisions are being made every day. And I want you to know that your work is not in vain. I want you to know that your work is meaningful and has value and is greatly, greatly appreciated by myself and so many others around our university community. So thank you for all that you do. Thank you for all that you have done. Thank you for all that you will do, and continue to be the bright rays of sunshine that we know you to be in making the Kent Student Center one of the best facilities at Kent State University. Take care.
Now we will hear from the Assistant Vice President of Student Service and Engagement, Gary Goldberg.
So I'm Gary Goldberg. I don't know if you needed to know that, but I am the Assistant Vice President for Student Services and Engagement. And one of my responsibilities is the Center for Student Involvement. So this is the first year that I have overseen those people that do all of the programming on campus through that center, through a number of people. And it comes at a time where they had to do this during COVID, so it's a unique year to measure our success with student programming. But given what I know and what I've learned and the information they provide me, it's been a very successful year. Although it's challenging to engage students when you can't necessarily get together, a lot of these things were individual. But participation has been particularly good or surprising in some cases. They had to be very nimble, because we didn't necessarily know what students would want or would like or would enjoy in such a unique environment when they couldn't gather and be together in person. But as recently as yesterday, as I reported out in a Student Affairs Leadership meeting, I asked those leaders, Katie Goldring and Megan Factor-Page, who report up through me, to give me some of the highlights perhaps in advance of this conversation with what were the successes of this year, and if I could cheat and look at my notes because I don't want to miss anybody. Something like the Flash Activities Board, for example, did 23 programs just in the month of March so far, in which over 600 students attended. And so that's just one small success. We had 327 student organizations still in a year where the campus population, which was normally close to 7,000, was 2,500. So a much smaller audience, but yet participation was still very strong. Something like homecoming, which is coming up, is a really positive thing that will be a little bit more traditional in nature. And so that's an exciting opportunity for students. But through it all, they have persevered. They have had programming. They have had demand where arts and crafts kits, as an example, for someone to take home and do, they would sell out every time they made them available. And there are many examples like that. So we're pretty pleased with the fact that given a smaller population, there were some traditional things that happened in a non-traditional way. There were new things that were invented. And a lot of kudos go out to the student leaders who made this happen, with direction from their advisors. They stayed the course. They held events. They never wavered and said, well, participation at this event wasn't good, we won't do that. That wasn't the case. They continued to come up with new ideas that resonated well with students, and we got a lot of positive feedback throughout. So I think it really sets a good path for what we'll do in future years, even when things are more normal. But I think I don't have specific names for this conversation other than I'm involved with the advisors, Ann Myers, who runs the Student Center, as I mentioned, Katie and Megan, and even a year where Greek life would normally be what it was as far as the number of people that would come to live in Kent, still very strong and a good record of behaving accordingly and still doing events when they could, groups less than 10 or events not at their homes. So I think as a campus, I think it was a success story. Smaller population and a different way to do things, but still popular, still people participating, and looking for more ways to engage one another. And I think the benefactors will be students as we move towards next fall. But in the meantime, as you're doing it, it's really good to recognize the students and the organizations in Greek life for stepping up and not saying we can't do this like we did it before, so forget about it. That was the opposite. It's okay, how do we, and maybe that's just the general positive spirit of Kent State. And that's what's most noticeable to me, and I would want to acknowledge for now.
The interim director of the KSC&I, Ann Myers, would like to say a few words to you all.
Good evening, and welcome to the Kent Student Center and Involvement Banquet. I wish we could have celebrated together this year, but like many things in our lives this year, this banquet must be held virtually. Since July, I've had the privilege to lead this team as interim director. It has been challenging at times, but with the dedication from administrators, support staff, and students, we have had a successful academic year. This pandemic has taught us all how to learn remote, work remote, and build relationships in new manners that we would have never thought we did before. The days of us sitting around a table together, setting up for large events, or programming for more than 10 people are around the corner, and I know you are as excited to have that happen as I am. You, our student employees, are resilient and understand what teamwork means. You are always there to help your fellow coworker, be it from area to area when we were down. Since July, you've had to adjust the whole building, learn how to functionally and safely run your areas, and how to plan events remotely and for smaller groups on a larger scale. I thank you for your flexibility and cooperation when policies and procedures change daily, for sticking with it when you wanted answers and I wasn't able to give them to you. As I conclude this year and look back, I don't want to look back at what has happened, but really to look forward. I want to see all of you in the building, in our office suites, enjoying each other and the services we have to offer, and to be able to show the university community that the Kent Student Center and Involvement made it through in a year when many areas were closed down, weren't around. We stuck to it, and now we're coming back in a vengeance with even more excitement. Please enjoy the rest of our program, and I thank our Student Advisory Council for putting this on this evening. I want to wish all our graduating seniors good luck as you graduate and go on to the next chapter, and know that you'll always be a part of our family, and that without all of you, we wouldn't have had a successful year. Again, thank you, and enjoy the program.
But I'm going to go ahead and pass the mic on to Jenny, who's going to be announcing CSI and FAB seniors.
Hi everyone, so I'm going to be announcing the seniors in CSI. So we have one senior graduate in December 2020, that was Lauren Hengel, and she worked at the front desk at CSI. And then this semester we have 3 graduating seniors. We have Andrea Specht, who is involved with FAB, Leadership Center, and the CSI front desk. And then there's Arkayla Metcalf, who was involved with the Leadership Center, and then Macy Ballo, who was involved with FAB. And now Tyler is going to introduce the seniors for Ops. Actually, Olivia is going to introduce the seniors for Ops, sorry.
Hi everybody. For facility operations crew, all of our seniors will be graduating in May 2021. We have Ranj Kulkarni, Jake Ball, Peter Lindo, Alexa Walbrown, Jared Rogers, and Wesley Sojourner. I'm also going to take a moment to announce the post office seniors. Graduating in May 2021, we have Dylan O'Brien and Megan Hawk. Now it's on to Tyler, who's going to announce some of the info desk.
I'm going to announce the first half of the info desk. There's a lot of graduating seniors, so I'm going to do the first half, and then I'm going to hand it off to Tessa. And I apologize in advance for anybody's name that I may mess up. So Tessa George is one as the first one. Shane Hans, Izzy Savage, Rachel Carras, Alexa Milutin, and Emily Hanlon. And Tessa is going to do the second half.
Alrighty, so for the info desk, we actually had one that graduated in December 2020, so that's Shelby Bernard. And then in May 2021, we have Maggie Mace graduating, Tori Lilly, and Logan Carper. And then I'm also going to announce events office senior graduates. We have our very own Macy McClure in August 2021 and Shannon Matthews in May 2021. And now we're going to have Jenny announce the winners for our superlatives.
Hi everyone. So we are now going to announce the winners of the superlative awards. So as a collective group of staff, we came up with 3 superlative awards that we felt would be fitting for this year. So the first award is the Ray of Sunshine Award, and this award goes to someone who is just overall positive, joyful, and always has a smile on their face in the office. The second award is A is for effort, and this person receiving this award always puts their best foot forward and puts everything that they have into their work. And then the last superlative award is most needed in a time of crisis, and this one is kind of self-explanatory, but whoever wins this award, their colleagues believe that they are most needed in a time of crisis, especially this past year. So I'm going to be announcing the winners for KSC. So the winner of the Ray of Sunshine Award for KSC is Livy Noland. And then the winner for A is for Effort is Isaac Jimenez. And then the winner for Most Needed in a Time of Crisis is Jake Ball. And now Tyler is going to announce the winners for CSI.
Just so everybody knows, the award winners can pick up their awards in the events office. Just ask whoever's in there, and they'll know where they're at. So the winners for CSI for Ray of Sunshine was Jenny Kennard, who was just speaking. A is for effort was Katie Svensson, and the most needed in time of crisis was Macy Barlow. Congratulations to all our winners. Again, you can pick up your awards in the events office, and I'm going to hand the mic back off to Macy.
Thank you, Tyler. On behalf of SAC and the administrators here at the Kent Student Center, we would like to thank you all for joining us for this amazing night of awards. We want to congratulate all of the winners and send out a big thank you to all of you student workers and administrators. We know that this past year has been really trying and challenging due to the pandemic, but we hope that this night might shed a little bit of positive light on all of you. We wanted to make sure that you as student workers were being recognized for all that you do here in the Kent Student Center. I'm now going to pass the mic back on over to Tyler.
I would just like to say another thank you to all the staff and administration this year for putting in the work and making the Student Center run through these trying times. It's really been very different working from home and being in the office some of the days and never knowing who's going to be there when. So again, I'd just like to say thank you. I'd also like to thank everybody that was able to come tonight and attend virtually, and everybody that's going to be watching the recording. I'd like to thank you as well. We hope in the coming year, with the vaccinations rolling out and hopefully the situation continues to improve, that we'll be back to a normal banquet this time next year. We'll just have to see what happens and roll with the punches. But I know personally I'd like to get a nice meal in before we hand out these awards and a couple of drinks and have some good laughs and stuff and see everybody in person. I'd also like to take this time to remind everybody, all the staff, that we are doing a food drive next week. So if you'd like to bring in any food, you can bring it into the events office and drop it off there. We'll also be dropping off bags to the community and asking for donations and doing the food drive next week. So if you'd like to participate, you can talk to me or any other SAC members for the info. I'd also like to remind all the staff that we will be doing Student Appreciation Week starting April 5th. So check your emails and be on the lookout for treats and food in the office. Thank you. I'll be passing it off to Tessa now.
Okay, so just to end this and some closing remarks, thank you for everyone's hard work and dedication this semester. We are beyond grateful to have had a staff so willing to adapt to change. Even though this year was different from any other, and it had its obstacles and challenges, I believe it took a very strong and capable group of individuals to make the best out of the situation. So thanks again to every KSC and CSI employee. Congratulations to Kent graduates, Thank you.
All right, again, we'd like to thank you all for joining us tonight for the banquet, and that concludes the KSC&I banquet for this evening. I hope you all have a great rest of your night.